I think being a leader is very important, and I think it's also important to influence others to be leaders as well. Leaders recognize other people's strengths and talents. They can motivate people, they can drive them to action, they can get things going. I will influence others as a leader by actively listening to people as well as see the potential in them. If we can pay attention more to the strengths people have and their talents as well, we can do some pretty great things. A way to find those strengths and to find those talents is finding out their hot buttons, finding out their passion. What are they excited about? Remember when we were all in second grade and everything was exciting? Everyone was our friend and we essentially had nothing to worry about. What happened to that? We all had the potential to become leaders in second grade. When was it decided whether we'd be leaders or not? Nice haircut, right? I think it's all about nurture versus nature. Yes, you can be born with those traits, but if nobody nurtures those traits, what happens to them? I think it's important as a leader to be that nurturer and to be that difference maker in the lives of other people. The bucket dipper theory is a part of my philosophy because it is important to let people know when they are doing something well. Whether they had a great hit on the baseball field, or maybe they finally painted their right hand as good as their left. Giving someone positive feedback in turn gives them a positive outlook on themselves and gives you an accomplished feeling. Another concept that is important is active listening. Active listening is important because if you do not listen to others, how will you know who they are, what they are good at, etc.? If you don't actively listen to people around you, chances are they'll think you don't care, and even if you did, all they will see is someone who is halfway leading. If I never actively listened at the zoo where I volunteer, I would have probably done quite a few things wrong. These animals need specific diets, and if you don't follow them correctly, some of them could get sick. Here I'm feeding Thor, the leopard-spotted gecko. During opening day, I showed some of the students that came in all the different types of animals we keep there. I also work at Adams Elementary with a 3rd grade gifted class. Bucket filling and active listening is very important. They know they are given high expectations, so when I tell them they work that word problem out like a champ, they take that and run with it and do well on the next one and the next one. Helping these children is really rewarding. I also think it's important to maintain the relationships that you have. Me and Kelsey have been friends a really long time, but now she goes to school in Chicago for theater. And although we don't see each other that often, whenever we do talk, it's just like we talked yesterday. Everything's the same and, it's nice, and that's because we've both made the effort to maintain the relationship. We both have influenced each other's lives in such a positive way. The final part in my personal leadership philosophy is the self-fulfilling prophecy. As you can see, I'm giving Azure some much-needed advice for her match. And since I gave Azure that initial confidence, she now feels confident in herself. I think the self-fulfilling prophecy is important when thinking about becoming a leader, or a difference maker in someone's life. This references back to how important it is as a leader to have a positive influence. Azure did beat the match against Emily, and you can see she's very happy about it. I am very happy about it too as her leader because it's always nice to see people succeed, and I think that's what a leader is about.